All right, this is Todd Connor, Rafael Sanchez. We are here just across the street from the Amy Beverland Elementary School. We know it's kind of loud. We hope you can hear us well over some of the traffic going behind us, but just wanted to bring everybody up to date on the tragedy that happened out here about almost 4 hours ago now. We had the school bus that was parked picking up students, grade 1 through 6 here at the elementary school, when all of a sudden, for some unknown reason, as you know, we're still trying to figure that out, the bus jumped the curb, went over the sidewalk into the grass, nearly hitting the building, struck two 10-year-old students who were at Riley Children's Hospital, and of course struck and killed Principal Susan Jordan as well. You've been out here, one of the first reporters on the ground, Rafael, and you saw a lot of parents and talked to them as well.
The educator that, of course, being Susan Jordan, is the principal here at Amy Beverland Elementary School, a school building, Todd, that opened back in 1989, and it's 27 years of being in operation. Ms. Jordan was the principal for 22 years of its time, so she's only been the second principal here. A much-loved educator. We heard from Dr. Sean Smith, the superintendent of the school district, more than 15,000 students, and he was really talking about that she was a legend. She was someone that was truly loved. In fact, the teachers, the staff, they held a prayer circle inside the school building hours ago after they learned what had happened, and after they had learned the tragedy that just developed at the school. It's heartbreaking today. We saw from parents just leaving in tears because they loved their school principal. They loved their school of 800 strong here in Lawrence Township. And they were also just heartbroken because they had to explain to either their 5-year-old or their 6-year-old that someone died. And that's a really hard concept when we think about, for a young kid to understand that someone that they loved is gone. And so tomorrow the school system is going to have a lot of counselors on hand.
Someone who not only they would probably see every day in the hallways, but no doubt was like, if she was like a lot of principals, outside when the students were coming out to get on their buses, more than likely out there a lot of the time to shepherd those students into their buses where they were supposed to be, and we assume that's what she was doing today. We're still getting details on that, but just loved by everyone here. Of course, you don't hear anybody say anything bad about her. She was a great educator, I think, is the way she was described earlier today by the superintendent as well. And they're going to miss her. And as you said, it's going to take a lot of counseling, a lot of hours talking to get over this. And may have been a lot of students who unfortunately saw it too.
Yeah, this is a principal that really, as you know, Todd, with all the high stakes testing that's done and all the teacher evaluations, the principal is really in and out of the classrooms a lot, observing teachers, but also being involved in school life. All the, as you know, we're parents, and our principals are at every function, every ice cream social, every reading program. And so
parents know them as well.
And this principal was highly involved. She was highly engaged. And so while the young kids may not know her intimately, you know, as maybe the adults know her, they knew that she was a school leader. There's the principal. There's Miss Jordan. And so the teachers tomorrow will have to explain a lot about what happened here today in their own terms. Everything will be age appropriate. They will not speak more than the kids need to know, but they'll have to address that she's passed away, that she will not be with the family, the school family, beginning tomorrow.
And they'll also have to tell them that two of their classmates, we have two 10-year-olds who are in Riley Children's Hospital right now and getting the best care there that they can get, and that's going to be tough for not only those students that happened to and their families, but also the students in here who, you know, what happened to my classmate? Well, they're in the hospital and recovering, and it's going to be tough for probably some of their best friends and trying to figure that out as well. We also have to figure out how this happened, and you were at the news conference asking some questions of police and authorities, and they don't have a lot to give us at this point.
Yeah, and as you join us now on Facebook Live, we can see that you have a lot of questions, and we have a lot of questions as well.
Right.
And so we'll be asking many questions beginning tomorrow, as this investigation is still ongoing, in the sense that police collected a lot of data today, a lot of pictures were taken, a lot of information was taken. They spoke to the driver on the scene, but they won't take a look at that bus. They want to look at that bus, which is inspected every year by state police to make sure it's roadworthy. It's also inspected every once in a while if there's a problem. They'll take a look at the mechanic of that bus to make sure that it was okay. And they'll also then take in the statements from the driver to see what happened. But they'll get to the answer to this. We'll have it within a couple of days as to what happened here today. Was it just simply a mistake? Was it something mechanical? Was it driver error? We just don't know. We're not going to speculate. Well, those are the questions we're going to ask.
A host of things it could have been.
A host of
And yeah, we hope to get that answer in a few days. will be on top of it. I know you'll be on top of it, but right now everybody's focusing, I think, on the families directly affected and the rest of the kids here.
And we're talking, Todd, what I think is very interesting. We're trying to figure out what was happening this afternoon, and of course, it was close to dismissal. And as you know, we're parents, principals, teachers, they're outside watching the buses because they don't want a child to get on the wrong school bus.
Right.
So she more than likely was where she needed to be, which is watching her kids. And her kids are 800 strong here at the school. So each one of these kids are hers. And she wanted to make sure that dismissal was going to go off without a hitch.
Yeah.
And that's who she is.
Unfortunately, it didn't go off without a hitch.
Right. But she was caring for her kids in the moment. So before the tragedy occurs, we know that she was doing what she normally does, which is loving her kids and making sure they were safe.
And I'm sure they'll be loved tomorrow as well.
Definitely.
I won't forget what a parent told me earlier today when I was on the phone with her, and she was kind of helping us through some of our coverage because she was one of the first ones there, who said that she saw that there were kids under the bus. One looked like they had been run over already, and they were still trying to reach the others as it was all happening. And she did notice the bus driver was still in her seat. She described her as a female, approximately 40 years old. We still don't have the identity on her yet. Said she seemed pretty distraught and pretty shaken up, as you know, one would imagine. So a little more insight into the bus driver there, but as you said, mechanics, what state of mind was the bus driver? Was there a medical emergency or just something else that happened? You know, we'll get more on that in the coming days and hopefully sooner rather than later.
And that's all part of the investigation. At the same time, Todd, then, is the human element, right? The heartbreak that we heard from the superintendent when we talked about this educator, Susan Jordan, just being a legend in the school district. And he talked about a ripple effect that people are just sort of just sinking in right now. But beginning tomorrow, they'll have to talk about her and her legacy.
Right.
And, you know, what a legacy she had to be loved by so many. But the superintendent talking that that's going to be really difficult to move forward. And they will move forward, but it'll be with heavy hearts as they really try to keep her memory alive.
Right.
She was such a great lady and did so much for her staff and her students.
And Raphael, a comment here, just mentioning to you, is that she knew every student by name. People saying prayers
that's
for her.
you know, and that's the thing about principals. You know, principals, just like teachers, they know their pupils, and it may take them a couple of days. When you have 800 people in the building,
Right.
It takes a while to get every name. But she, like many others, just dedicated to her craft, and what a beautiful thing to have someone who really just wants the best for your children. And that's who this lady was. And so at the end of the day, when we remember her as an educator, we'll know that she was someone who loved kids and she wanted them to do well into the future. Here's someone who dedicated herself to educating kids, and she'd have no idea 10, 20 years what they will become, but they'll know that they were in a building where this educator gave her best every day.
Absolutely. She'll be missed by many. We are going to wrap up here for now on this little Facebook chat. We appreciate you joining us here. We're going to get ready for our 7 o'clock news. You can catch us there. We'll have more information on what happened today, and we'll try to keep you updated through Facebook or online in our RTV6 app. We know you probably had some questions. We're not able to see them all today, but post something on Facebook and go to our RTV6 Facebook page. Leave us any questions, comments about Principal Susan Jordan you would like, and let us know what you know about her and what you think, and we'll go from there. But such a tragedy out here, and we'll see you in a few minutes on RTV6. Thanks for joining us.